I'm just looking for the text message you sent me last night, old Mystic Meg. So at 8:30 last night, I text Mr. Jordan. I mean, we speak all the time and we text all the time. And I said to you, wow, 2-0 Atalanta, this could get interesting. And Simon Jordan comes back and says, do not be surprised if United pull it right round in the second half and go on and win the thing. Where did that come from? You were utterly spot on.
I thought if you remember the discussion earlier on in the day when Trevor was here,
yeah,
and we were trying to wade through the Man City nonsense and actually talk about something else, I said to you I had an anticipation that they would win this game and also make a match of it against Liverpool on Sunday, because I just think the guy's reaching or beginning to get to the point where all the parts and moving parts that he's trying to make fit, he's going to start to have definite views. And Danny Murphy talked about the structure of the team and how there were luxury players in it that need to be supported by a little bit more defensive-minded players. And if you look at the setup of United, despite going 2-0 behind and despite people's criticism of Fred, they gave a bit more of a base. I thought United, on the balance, were a slightly better side. Oh, yeah. So I think it was a red herring for them to be 2-0 down. And you know that in the second half, with that support base, you're going to get an opportunity. And I didn't think it was particularly insightful for Ole Gunnar Solskjær to come out and say, if we score the next goal, well, if you didn't score the next goal, you'd be 3-0 down. If they score the next goal, you'd be bang in trouble. But look, it was a result resembling Manchester United of the past. They are not Manchester United of the past. Yeah. They're not a great side, but they've got some great players. And I guess, irrespective of whether I believe there's a challenge in the longer game that Ronaldo could unwind Ole Gunnar Solskjær, this, I guess, is why you sign Ronaldo to do these kind of things in these kind of games.
Only he could get a header in like that at a time like that. Yeah. That would mean so much if you can find the back of the net. And as soon as it struck his head, I thought, that is in. It's just something about him.
But Rashford as well. I mean, Rashford's come back with huge momentum in his game. He looks sharp, he looks focused, he looks stronger and bigger, he looks a threat. The big observation that I make is he doesn't score enough goals. Well, he's made 2 appearances, he's scored 2 goals in 2 games. He looks good, Rashford. He looks like a player.
He missed 1 or 2 though.
Yeah, but that's what, you've got put yourself in the way of those opportunities. No one scores every single chance. Yeah. Nobody, not anybody. But I just think Rashford is now maturing as a player. He's come back from some significant from missing the penalty in the Euro Championships, to being injured, to not playing last year, fully fit all the time, to now being a stronger, wiser, maturer player. I think we might see a season from Rashford this year.
I hope so. And it shows that De Gea is still a very important individual when it comes to key moments in a game.
Good goalkeeper.
Chris Laker, a good friend of ours in the mornings, is in touch right away. Listen, guys, though, you cannot let the result paper over the cracks. Quite clearly, gaping defensive holes now and again. The second half performance shows, though, that players do have the fight and they're willing to give everything for Ole Gunnar Solskjær. Now, this was an interesting point, actually. Post-match, our old chum Des Kelly said to Ole, who got a bit spiky about it, this shows that they're playing for you.
Don't disrespect the players. They play for Man United, and they know they're the luckiest men in the world. And I said that to them, that tonight they're the luckiest men in the world, because they've the 11 plus the subs. They're the ones that can play for Man United, and that's what so many millions of boys and girls want to do.
There you go. So Ole, no, I'm not having that. And he was right back in Des's face.
Yeah, it's a bit backslappy, but I tell you who's the luckiest person in the world is Ole Gunnar Solskjær.
Yeah.
So he got something right there, because the players aren't necessarily the luckiest guys in the world, because that's their job, that's what they do. They've been bought and paid for by Manchester United, and they should recognise their opportunity and be a better side rather than better individuals. He's the luckiest manager in the world because he got out of jail because of his players, which of course will always be the case, and he's lucky to have got the job. But here we are now. United, Des asked him the question. I didn't think the players weren't playing for Ole Gunnar Solskjær. I just don't think that the team, rather than individuals, is a good enough unit to overcome better sides, of which Leicester were on Saturday or Sunday, and I suspect Liverpool may well be on Sunday, although I just feel that this will be a much more of a game than people give credit to. I think people are thinking Liverpool will roll over Man United. I don't think they will.
Did you hear Paul Scholes last night? I mean, he went for it, and he was saying, look, if they play anything like they played in the first half, Liverpool will cement them. Yeah. And he's right.
Sure.
He's right.
Yeah, I mean, Paul Scholes and that group have a lot to say in and out of Manchester United, whether it's Rio Ferdinand suggesting that the second coming is coming as a result of Ole Gunnar Solskjær winning a game, or everything's doom. Look, the bottom line is United won the game. You're right, it doesn't paper over the cracks, but they did the job.
Sure.
They got past,
Yeah.
losing that game. Could have been. Would he have got fired after that game? No. I mean, would they have stayed in the Champions League? Possibly not. But I still don't think there's any appetite from Manchester United to change the direction that they're on. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjær is the anointed one for whatever reason, and they're going to persevere with it. And we will see if it actually brings any fruition. I'm of the mindset it won't.
You still doubt that they'll win anything?
What's changing about it?
Okay.
They had to dig very deep last night, and there were a couple of times Atalanta could have got a third goal, which might have changed the direction. It didn't, of course, and it only matters what happens in the end. But you can't live like that.
No.
And you can't expect every single time for Ronaldo to bail you out.
Exactly.
He may well
Ronaldo
do,
to the rescue.
but you can't expect it all the time.
Just going to put it out there, actually, just in the passing, and we've got news of a managerial sacking. That's coming up in a second. But that second half performance, did it breathe new life and belief into this Solskjær project, if you like? Ole Gunnar Solskjær's reign. The second half performance, how significant was it? And where are you with where United are on this Thursday morning? Of course, with an appointment with Liverpool coming up at the weekend. 08717 22 3344 810 89.
Jim White and Simon Jordan, Monday to Thursday morning 10 till 1 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.